100,000 on a beat.
All right, welcome into the Berkeley Football Coaches Show along with Coach Eric Lodge. I am Lane Walford. Thank you to Stokes Chevrolet. As always, the Stags take a tough one the other night and fall to White Knoll 23-3 to end our season. Coach, it just kind of one of those nights where a whole lot didn't go your way.
Yeah, it was a tough opponent. They did a great job. Hats off to them. Defensively, they're really tough up front in the box, very hard to block. They did a great job of mixing up coverages and stemming late and kind of confusing. Our quarterback in the pass game, very well coached. Defensively, I thought that we did a really good job of kind of hanging in there. There's probably 4 or 5 plays that really, kept the game from, where it ends up being 23-3. Mm-hmm. If 4 or 5 of those plays go our way, it's a much tighter game. We had our opportunities on offense, but, those were kind of few and far between because they were so well coached and so talented on the defense. But we knew it was going to be a tough game like that, and we just they executed a few more plays than we did.
Yep. Third round of the playoffs, you're going to run into very talented players and very good coaching.
That's right.
On both sidelines that's what you're going to have. So let's go ahead to the first half highlights against White Knoll last week. The Stags kicking off, and this is one of those plays, Coach, that almost, that just.
Yep, you talk about the ball bouncing your way, when a game starts this way, you think, hey, maybe it's going to be our night, but probably, unfortunately, this is for the last time it bounced our direction. But, yeah, we're trying to high lob it here right into their little soft spot of their kickoff return. This is actually one of their better players, really uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah.
He ends up making a lot of good plays, the rest of the game, but this one bounces our way.
Yeah, you kind of, when you saw this, you just felt like, okay, here we go. We're just going to go ahead right off the rip here, steal one early from them, a possession that is, and then get some points.
So we come out here, we shift, first play of the game, get into a picture, that we knew that we were going to like coverage-wise. You see how physical those guys are firing off the ball there. We end up gaining positive yards here, but even those are a tough 5 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of what you said earlier. I felt like both defenses really played well the other night, limiting. There were a couple of big plays, but not many the other night. Big chunk plays, I guess, offensively.
We get bogged down there. End up not converting. Here we go. This is, they get the ball here. This is pretty early in their drive, their first drive of the game. They run a little outside zone toss play. Andre Williams does a fantastic job of defeating a reach block there, coming off and making a play.
Yeah. Thought he had a good year for you out there on that edge.
Yeah, much improved from his junior season. Was new to the position, but the more reps he got and the more time he got there, the better he got and turned into one of our more solid guys.
Yeah. There's Kevin Rivers with a sack.
Bring a little zone dog off the edge here. O-line doesn't do a very good job of picking this up for them. Able to get the quarterback, down in the backfield and get them kind of off schedule a little bit.
And Kevin, another one that just made a bunch of plays for you this year.
Yeah, we're excited for his future, and really the future of the whole defense. We're bringing a lot of talent back. These 3 linebackers all come back in particular. Things are looking up for us on the defensive side of the ball.
So force the punt by them. Stags get the ball back here on their own 25-yard line.
Come out here, we end up bouncing a run play. Not really designed to go outside, but Bryson McGee does a good job of just finding some daylight there. Nice little gain here on 1st and 10.
Yeah, kind of what he's done most of the season for you, just finding holes or making holes.
Right here on 2nd and 11, same sort of play here. Again, bounces it, gets a good gain. We actually thought that he probably could have kept this one up inside. We'll probably get a good shot of that here on the end zone. But hey, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell that guy.
Yards.
That's right. This is how he should be hitting it when he's out there making the plays.
Yeah. Got another good block there from Logan Gaskins. Yeah, excited to see the next 3 years of Bryson McGee. So here's White Knoll back on offense now. And this is kind of how the first half went. Just maybe a first down here or there, a few punts.
Yeah. We were able to move the ball a little bit and get it to midfield, on both drives. Unfortunately, we had some pretty bad punts that, we weren't able to really pin them deep. The whole first half was really kind of played on our side of the field, which is tough. But, hats off to the defense, and keeping it as close as they kept it, with a halftime score of 7-3, making plays like this and making it really hard on their offense.
Yeah, I thought their quarterback was pretty good the other night. This is one of those plays that he wasn't able to make much happen, but it's hard to do that with that many blue jerseys around. So now we're in the second quarter, and they're around our 30.
Again, you see the defense, the D-line in particular, doing a really good job, defeating blocks, not getting driven off the ball. We're all sound in our run fits here. And it's anytime you do that, you make it hard to move the football, and that's the name of the game. Let's go out there and make them just have to be better than us, and not make mistakes in our fits and our coverages. And if we do that, we'll be able to hang in there with just about anybody.
Here they are on a 4th down that they go for, and they don't get that close to it. I think it was about a 4th and 3. They pick up maybe a yard and a half here.
Yeah, he goes down, knee hits the ground, but then he extends the ball. I think that, they're probably about a good half a yard short, when they measure this thing. But it's good to get the ball back for the offense.
Yeah. Now here they are back on offense about a third of the way through the second quarter.
Yep, you see there, we just miss a sack for a big time loss, but we got guys playing hard and able to keep him from scrambling, and keeping this thing behind the chains.
Landon Jackson with another good ball game the other night. It's just so quick. I mean, this is one of the biggest offensive lines we faced all year, and still able to get through and make some plays.
Landon Jackson all year has been tough for offensive linemen to deal with. You see Aiden President, there. Jihad Sneed just about make the play, But this is why you need to swarm to the football, and all 11 hats need to be hustling the ball. If your teammate misses, you need to be there when the play goes off schedule.
That's right.
So earlier this drive here, we had them in a 3rd and long. we end up not plastering in our coverage and kind of giving up a first down that shouldn't have happened, should have been a fourth, and they ended up punting the football. Like I said, there's 4 or 5 plays that we wish we had back. The first down that kind of led up to this is one of them. Here they get us. This is what happens whenever, we talk about being sound in your run fits and being communicated. You see that we're a gap short there in the A gap. We got to communicate and check to the appropriate things when they motion, and that's something that we didn't do a good job of there on that play, and you see we paid for it.
Yeah, so they go up 7-0. Now we get the ball back here. Henry making some things happen with his feet and his arm.
Yep, does a good job of extending the play. Bryson McGee finds himself open down the field. We saw how hard they were playing this picture out here, so we call like a little easy concept. The O-line kind of gets beat pretty fast and forces Henry to scramble. Like I said, luckily he does a good job of extending this thing and finding the man down the field.
Yeah, I had a couple of guys that were able to get behind back there in 21, able to make the most of it.
Get down here, we kind of bogged down on the offense. Hats off to Knoll for not letting that big play go for a touchdown, kind of making us reset and re-execute on them. We had some opportunities, we just didn't really hit them, but able to come off the field with some points, and kind of bring the game 7-3.
Hey, it's a big field goal. I mean, in high school football, field goals are not automatic from anywhere on the field. And to hit that at this point in the game, a 31-yarder for a sophomore, pretty good kick.
Yep, really talented leg. Really bright future for Ryland, and we're happy to have that guy.
So Stags cut it to 7-3. See 4 minutes to go here in the first half, kicking off again.
I think our kickoff coverage did a really good job all night. You saw we had the one turnover there on the first kickoff, but Knoll's been really dangerous on their kickoff return team. They've popped a lot of kickoff returns for touchdowns this season. They got some really talented athletes back there, and I think we did a great job of they didn't really have any explosive returns, and that's hats off to these guys.
We do get the ball back here with a couple of minutes to go in the first half, try to make something happen.
I'm getting behind him there. O-line does a really good job of protection here. Henry has a chance to kind of, reset, shuffle, step up in the pocket and find Caden Bash right there behind the defense. If we'd have had some time like that all night, we probably would have had a little bit more success on them. You live and die by the way the offensive line and defensive line plays, in high school football. So ours did a tremendous job all year. This last game of the season, though, the other team did a really good job of kind of controlling the line of scrimmage, but it's tough sledding there, when you face a really good team.
Yeah, and there the clock kind of gets you a little bit. Henry make a play here on the last play of the half to get it to Javarias, I believe, down there just inside the 20. It'd been nice to have another couple of minutes on the game clock, but.
Yeah, a couple more seconds there, just even a few seconds, we have a chance, maybe we kick another field goal, but, had some momentum there, and tough. Good throw in a tight window there by Henry. Good catch, but that's the half.
Yeah, it was actually Kevin Boone. I said Javarias, but it was one of the other seniors, Kevin Boone, with the catch there. So the Stags trail 7-3 at halftime. Take a quick break in here for my title sponsor, Stokes Chevrolet, and be back with the second half highlights.
The Blitz is on. Save thousands with Stokes Chevrolet Full Out Blitz. Stokes is blitzing prices during truck season and offering up to $10,500 off new Silverados with APR financing as low as 0%. Score big with EVs. Right now, lease a new Blazer or Equinox EV starting as low as $359 a month and 0 down. Go for the touchdown with 90-day payment deferral on new vehicles. It's the Full Out Blitz happening now, only at Stokes Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, welcome back into the Berkeley Football Coaches Show along with Coach Eric Lodge. I'm Lane Walford. Thanks to Stokes Chevrolet. Stags trail 7-3 at the half. We're going to go ahead and hit the second half highlights here of the third round playoff game at home the other night against White Knoll.
We come out, we get the ball first. You can see on the down and distance marker here, our first drive out of half was pretty bad. Had some penalties and just some losses on plays.
Something
really not good. Yep. And then snap the ball over the quarterback's head. This is the first time we've done this all year. And it's a bad time to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that happening at all during the season until the other night. So 9-3 now, kind of an odd football score, but White Knoll back with the football inside our 40.
Yep, so after the safety, you're kicking off from pretty deep. They start off here with really good field position.
And a rare 1st and 3.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. I asked the referee about the implementation of that call there. I didn't really agree with that, but hey, 1st and 3, I guess. So they put the ball down. We're going to play defense, but the defense does a really good job of holding them here and keeping these guys off the board, with a really short field like this.
Yeah, we make a good play here. Their quarterback also makes a great play, kind of an errant snap that he's able to snag, because if he doesn't catch that, who knows what happens with the football.
Yeah, I think their quarterback, I was really, really impressed with him. Besides just being a great athlete, was very in control of the game. He played fast, but was never in a hurry, and he did a real good job of executing their offense.
Yeah. Here he throws a pick that Jihad Sneed's able to get, and I thought for a couple of seconds there he was going to be able to take it all the way back to the house.
Yeah, that we probably could have used that. That'd have been a nice little spark. But you know what? Hey, we got an interception. This is one where that ball just slips out of the quarterback's hands. Good job out of G for being there. And a good return. Great job out of their running back getting back involved in this play and not quitting on it, and kind of keeping this thing from going for a touchdown.
Yeah. Because if he doesn't hustle or G doesn't slip, I think it's definitely 6 points for the good guys there. So here we are anyway on offense now inside their 30, about the 25-yard line, trying to make something happen, 9-3 ball game. Kevin Boone with the grab there. Said that plenty of times this year.
Come out here, we're able to throw a hitch, and get this guy, the ball in space quick. Anytime you can get it out there to those guys right there, good things happen. So.
Yeah, Kevin's had a nice couple of years for us here, the last 2 years. And payoff for him signing with Charleston Southern. Played football for the Buccaneers.
That's right. We've got his ceremony tomorrow on National Signing Day, and it's good to see these guys go off and realize their dreams.
That's right. Don't think he'll be the last one. Really felt good about the direction of things right here. You end up with a 1st and goal around, or 1st and 10 around the 11-yard line. Then things go different directions.
even here, it's just really tough sledding. You see how physical they are getting downhill. We got them out leveraged here to the boundary. Just kind of run out a little bit of space. Really hard.
So we end up turning it over on downs. They get the ball deep in their own territory and able to make a big play kind of right out the gate.
We come out here, just got done saying to the defensive coordinator, like, hey, man, now we finally, let's hold them here. It'd be good to play, on our side of the field, and then we give that play up the next play. So, as corners out there, you're kind of left out on that island sometimes. We pre-show our guys. You got to keep your eyes up out of the backfield, and you got to collision, double moves, and break on the outside hip. When you don't do that, you kind of expose yourself to bad plays. You see the eyes go in the backfield, and right there, great throw by the quarterback, kind of dropping it into the bucket, and then a good play out of one here, adjusting to the ball and getting down there. I'd really like to commend Jehovah Williams' effort here, though, and keeping that from being a touchdown.
Yeah.
We've had times this season where, that play right there saved points from going on the board.
That's
so,
right. Yeah.
that's the name of the game. Just go down there and make them reset and try to execute. So, great effort out of him.
So they've got a first down around the 12-yard line here. This third quarter's drawn to a close. A lot of effort there by the running back.
Yeah, really big kid. Probably can't even tell how big he is watching this film. But, out there, really big, strong athlete. Runs through some tackles here. And ends up punching this thing in the end zone.
So they're going to go for 2, try to make it an even 14-point lead. Run that little play you seem to see every Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, they do a good job. We're in man coverage. Probably don't navigate this as well on the back end as far as bumping this off. You see that little stutter motion right there freezes our corner over there, and just doesn't have the time to get there. So
yeah,
that's like the little attention to details. You see him get kind of stuck here where he's in a pretty bad trail position. You just got to be a little bit tighter of that, especially when you get down that far.
Yeah. So that makes it 17-3. And here they are again with the football early in the fourth quarter.
Having a real tough time moving the ball, but the defense is still out there playing their tails off. See Kevin Rivers here, great play out of him.
Yeah.
Kind of keep them off schedule here.
Yeah, they did not quit on the night. I'll give the defense that. This is kind of a ticky-tack call, I thought, there on Landon. Thought he made a good play, and then it's just a little bit of acting that gives them 15 more yards here at the end of the play. So it's going to be back-to-back plays with penalties that hurt. And I don't know.
Down here, anytime they get behind you, and you're having trouble locating the football, they kind of call these things, really close. But that's kind of the way some of the referees are trained. If you're not looking back,
yep.
They're going to reach in there and throw the flag.
That's right.
So the biggest thing is to play with your leverage and stay on the high shoulder. And if you do that, you're probably going to stay out of trouble there.
So here they are, kind of milking the clock and capping the scoring for the night, their quarterback with another touchdown run for them.
Yeah, we end up lining up wrong here on the back end. So once they run this with the quarterback, they got us outnumbered here. Number one there, Cam McHugh, probably should be on the other side of the field. You see there, they kind of get an easy one. But like we said, playoff football, when you're playing a good team, if you're not gap sound, if you're not sound in your coverages, and you're not sound in your alignments, you get beat.
Yeah. So here we are, deep in their territory in the 23-3 ball game. 23-3 ball game.
This is probably our last, chance that we had, opportunity. Each time we got down there tight, against good defensive football teams, you can't really squander those opportunities. We came away with 3 on the 1, came up empty-handed in the third quarter. We come down here, Henry has the right idea. I liked what he was thinking right here. He knew exactly where to go with the football. The execution's just got to get a little bit better. The defense is up in his face, so this was going to be a really tough play. Yeah. But if you're going to miss somewhere, you'd like to miss that ball in the back of the end zone there, and not leave it short. So you see Caden Bash runs a really, really good route, gets behind his guy, and, just one of those things. The ball's not bouncing our way that night.
That's right. Yeah, didn't go our way. Give them credit though. They made the plays they needed to make. So White Knoll's able to come in and get out of here with the 23-3 victory. The score is what it is, but it didn't feel like it was necessarily a 3-touchdown game, but that's what it ended up being.
Yeah, like I said, 4 or 5 plays on defense that we gave up that, if we could have those back, we're probably looking at a game that's 7-3 or 3-0. But they had plays the same way, with Bryson McGee gets behind them on defense. That's just kind of the way football is. So they just made a couple more plays than we did. And, in the third round of the playoffs, 2 really good teams playing, that's the difference.
Yep. So the season ends, 7 wins, 5 losses. Able to make it to the third round of the playoffs, which is 1 round further than we made it last year. So improvement there. But I feel like with those 5 losses, there's a couple you just look at and just shake your head.
Yeah, obviously, we left a ton of close games on the field this year. I think the encouraging thing, that if we look at the totality of our season from year 1 of the program to year 2, in year 1, we either won the game or we lost by a lot.
That's right.
In year 2, we won the game and we lost by a little.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to continuing to make right steps in the right direction. And if we can have the same jump from one off season to the next that we did from year 1 to year 2, and year 2 to year 3, we're looking at being in the mix again, and having an opportunity to make a deep run in the playoffs again next season.
So feel like you have a lot coming back, but you're also losing a lot too. You've got 3 seniors at receivers that caught 90% of the balls, I'm guessing, this year for you. We talked about Andre a little bit on the defensive side of the football. Jehovah Williams is another one. So you're losing some seniors as well that have done a lot for you the last couple of years. Losing
some really good, talented kids and some just really good people. Every year, in high school football, there's guys that, you look back and like, man, we're going to miss that guy.
Yeah.
And, we're definitely not short on that. We are excited about our young guys coming up in the program, the guys that we're returning. Our JV team, only lost 1 game this season. So the future is bright, and we're excited for that. But, these seniors that are leaving us, we're definitely going to miss them. And, I think they did a good job of leaving their mark on the program.
That's right. You always want to leave it better than you found it. And I feel like Kevin Boone, Javarios, those guys are going to be able to say that when they walk out of here that they did that. So, Coach, enjoyed being here just about every week, I guess. Had a couple of buys, but enjoyed doing the coaches show, and hopefully it's something we'll be able to continue along with Stokes Chevrolet next year.
That's right. It was fun. Let's do it again.
That's right. So thanks all of you for being with us each week here for the Berkeley Football Coaches Show presented by Stokes Chevrolet. Along with Coach Eric Lodge, I'm Lane Walford. We'll see you next season.
Go Stags.